starting.
You know, I'm a meme lord.
Yeah, totally.
Memes. It's a form of communication. So get this. I found a new form of meme communication. It's meme manipulation.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it was happening really. But
Let me guess. It's a real thing?
What do you mean?
Meme manipulation.
It already happened, yeah.
Or is it like a thing? Is it a term you made up or a real term?
No, I just made it up.
Oh, dang. So I thought it was like a science thing. I was going to guess.
It is.
Your science thing.
Yeah.
Name your hypothesis.
Sending people memes can influence their actions in their everyday life without them actually knowing.
Okay. Now we're talking about, what's that called?
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah, it's something like that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
As you might guess, or most people in America these days, we get a lot of Amazon packages, which come in cardboard boxes. We've been getting some furniture, which comes in cardboard boxes. Everything comes in a cardboard box, right? Only
social conditioning. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I just remembered it.
Isn't that also where you get them to give you your passwords and stuff?
Well, I mean, that's what's happening when you get their passwords. I don't think it was password specific. Go ahead.
I thought that's where you
I just saw a video on that. Did I maybe send it to you? No, I didn't because it was on YouTube.
Is that the one? Is the social conditioning where you learn where they go to high school and what street they grew up on, and then you're able to go into their bank account and request to change the password, and you have enough information to figure it out.
I don't think if you know their information that counts as social conditioning. I think social conditioning is this video I watched. There was she was talking like this, and then she put on just baby crying sounds in the background. There's no baby. She's like, watch this. I'm going to get your password. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. My husband and I are moving. And she's playing baby sounds.
Yes.
And the social conditioning is the situation that the person on the other end of the line finds himself in.
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, and I think along that lines also the same people that are doing that are also looking up your Facebook, seeing what your hometown is, seeing what high school you went to. Da-da-da-da.
Right.
And I think I have seen that one with the baby crying or something like that. So we get a ton of cardboard, right? Cardboard only comes every other week for recycling.
Oh, yeah.
If it all even fits in a recycle bin. And it's become habit here to stack it up in the foyer over there by the front door, as you've seen before. And it's always still in its cubic form. And I sent a meme to Lauren this week, and it was the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial. And it said, when your husband asks you to break down the cardboard instead of just chucking it in the garage. And then it's Amber Heard, the clip saying, I don't know, that's not my area of expertise. And I didn't send anything else. I didn't write anything else with it. I just sent it because it's funny because we have a stack of cardboard. And I come home from work the other day, and what do I find? Flattened cardboard.
You manipulated her. Nice.
Yeah. So I just have to keep finding memes of things I want to happen and keep sending them to people. It's the power of social media.
It's a good one too, is you tell a story, you make it sound like it's about somebody else, but it's really about them.
He's like, I heard about this one.
Yeah,
something.
You're you know what? Oh, it's just sorry, can you just let me vent about Megan at work today? It's just she was, she was just like nagging about stuff all day long. It's just like, I know that you asked me to get my stuff out of the fridge. I know it's been there all week, and I know you want to clean everything out for Friday, but guess what? It's still Friday. So I'm going to go in there, and I can go in there at Friday at 4:59. No matter how many times you ask me through the week, I'm like, I got it. And then you got to put something serious in there. It's like, from the moment you asked me, I mean, not you, I mean Megan. From the moment she asked me to, I pretty much just hated her. No. You know.
It made me just want to tell her I am never going to work with you again. And I'm taking the kids. But no, I didn't even mean. I really didn't even mean to send it for any reason. It was just kind of funny.
I know, dude.
It was a funny time.
Dude, the times are funny.
The power of the meme.
Oh, dang it.
Probably related to the power.
Whisper the power of the meme again.
The power of the meme.
Cold open.
Probably also related to that is like the in social media and memes and stuff, like with politics. And remember when Tina Fey was doing Sarah Palin, and they say that like ruined her chances and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And same with Donald Trump and whatever stuff, different things like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that is true. Who was the president? I think it was George Bush puked on the Japanese prime minister guy.
What?
Yeah, it's like a big thing.
Before my time.
And somebody tripped down the stairs. I can't remember if it was Jimmy Carter. It might have been George Bush again, too.
Joe Biden tripped up the stairs.
He's tripping. Dude, he's tripping everywhere.
I don't remember where I heard this, but someone said when he ends his speech, he becomes a human Roomba. And that was one of the funniest things I ever heard, because he does always just like walk around the stage like he doesn't know where to go. And he like turns, and he turns the other way.
It's not my jokes that are the first thing to go if I imbibe it all. It's definitely my
reaction time
faculties. And so I can't hate, because I'm sure when I get old, that's going to be my thing. I'll be tripping. I'll be like, what direction am I going in?
I remember that one of the first times we ever drank together when we went to the Norm Macdonald show. You said that you get dizzy easily.
Oh, it's just like, I get that thing where it feels like your head is like moving slower than your eyeballs, or whichever one. And it's just like, yeah. I feel like mentally I'm there, and I can sense a little bit if I'm laughing a little easier or whatever, but it's never even like a lot. I still feel like I know where I'm at, but even a little, I'm just like, whoa, yo. I don't know. It's just my thing. It's the way I am.
I just become best friends with everybody.
That's a better one.
I just start adding people on Instagram.
I just remember we were at one of Tammy's Christmas parties. I think it was hers. And this guy just came up and he was in our face, and he was wearing a scarf, and his nose was like bright red. And he just like wouldn't go away, talking loud. It's that kind of thing. It's not being aware. Now, granted, I can bulldoze people, but sometimes I bulldoze people on purpose. It's not usually because I don't notice what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's usually because I make a calculation of what I think is important or not.
Right.
Right or wrong. But when people are not aware that like people don't like them or they're making the moment
Close talking.
bad,
Yeah.
it's like, come on. That's the thing that very, very, very turns me off.
One time I had this coworker who was one of those just over talkers about everything. Like we'll just constantly talking all the time.
Yeah.
Someone that talks too much. And we're coming back from Spokane, so it's like 3 a.m. I'm sitting there, just me and him in this empty car.
Let me interrupt your story to make a point. I am going to start my timer now. I was going to do it earlier, but I'm starting it right now.
For what?
I'll tell you.
Okay. Where was I? Sitting in an empty car, and he's just talking about whatever. I don't even know. Just talking. 3 a.m. And he's like, just tell me. He's like, you can just tell me if I'm talking too much or blah, blah, whatever. And I go, really, at this point, you can say whatever you want. You can talk about whatever you want. It's keeping me awake. I'm supposed to be awake, for work. But I probably am not going to respond. That's just what I said.
You know what? Rick Glassman would be proud of that kind of honesty.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I love that. I love that.
I love that for you.
You know what I love for me? I worked out the last 7 of 9 days.
Yeah.
Been to the Y. Been going to the Y. And I've developed a new theory at the Y.
Mm-hmm.
If your parents gave you enough love as a child, you don't need attention from fat people.
From fat people?
From fat people.
Okay.
And I have a real problem since I've been going to the Y. And it's that the only people that look at me there, now this is probably a common theme for many of the episodes, but I spent so long away from the Y that they don't know me there. Ys, they're just regular attendees because it's people with memberships and such. Yeah. And there's John. He always comes in at 3.
Also a lot of turnover though too.
Yeah. There's Scott. He comes in at 6:30, whatever,
Yeah, people get their schedules.
And all of a sudden, Michael's showing up 9 days ago.
Who's this guy stealing the pickleball court?
Who's this guy walking across the pickleball court with the blue eyes? And that's the problem. Yeah, I got blue eyes, but I know what my LBs are, and it's like I get that it can be confusing for some people. I know. I got the silver fox around the ears.
You're like, has this guy always been coming? Or is he fresh meat? Or...
And to the fat girls.
Seasoned veteran.
To the fat girls that work there, I am the fresh meat.
Oh, boy.
And that's what I have a problem with. Because it is very clear that there's a lot of good-looking guys around.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. You know what I noticed so I started going to the GH Bible study this morning. Mm-hmm. You know what I noticed there?
Good looking people in Gig Harbor.
And I think I might have been the fattest person there.
What? The other guy that you talked about?
Skinny. Hairy arms though.
Oh. I could see that. Not how I pictured him originally.
Very plain clothes.
Yes. Goodwill even.
Could have been. So, and this is what I mean. It's like, I'm in there with a bunch of good looking guys.
Right.
Why would anybody ogle at me?
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to ogle at me. I'm not attractive.
They're ogling?
They're
interacting?
No. And I'm not even saying we're not even doing the guy thing where it's like, oh, you give a guy any little bit of attention and they think you're, well, it's not that. You notice it's the why. People are unclothed. People are wearing tight things.
Mm-hmm.
There's bodies. There's sweating.
Mm-hmm.
There's how you're dressed when you're going in. You get naked. You shower. You walk out, and your hair's wet.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that your dong's been out, so you can wash it after a sweaty sesh.
Mm-hmm.
And so you leave. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of sweaty dongs on better looking guys than me there.
Right.
Ogle at them. But the deal is, the people who ogle at lesser men, and it's okay, I'll say it. The people ogling at lesser men, they don't think they can get the greater man.
The Leonidas people.
Yes. They don't think they can get Brad Pitt's butt in Troy. And so it's the people who are secure with themselves
mm-hmm.
and have a little bit of confidence that ogle the Adonises.
Yeah.
And then there's insecure
plebes
ogling me.
Yeah. They think you're an easy catch.
Exactly.
Timer. That was your timer you set.
That was it. Short. 6 minutes. Let me tell you about spending 6 minutes naked in the YMCA locker room. Not just in the locker room, but outside in front of the locker. So,
first question is why?
Okay, so I've been working out there 7 of the last 9 days. Mm-hmm. Well, that means 9 days ago. And actually, let me just tell you about something dumb that happened. Is I left my truck unlocked one time. Did I tell you about that?
I think it was on here.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So anyways.
Gym bag got stolen.
So replaced.
You had to rebuy your junior high master lock.
I got the junior high master lock again.
Why? Why not the one with like the 4 numbers?
Dude, I'd rather spin than 4 numbers. I don't know.
You get to choose the numbers.
I'd rather spin.
Huh.
16-6-30.
Nostalgia?
16-6-36. That was the one I threw in the trash, and let me tell you why.
16-6-36?
I know. Why was it all 66? So I get the new lock, 16-6-36, and I'm like, okay, well,
what color is it?
Black.
Oh my gosh.
Not white. But I did not get purple. Either time that I bought locks. So I don't really test it out.
Color of royalty.
I tested out once. And
you had to do it once to get it on the locker.
I do it once, sans locker, just to test it out. Yep, working. It sticks a little, but I'm like, oh, maybe I didn't get it perfect. No big deal. Blah, 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 blah. I put it on the locker.
Yeah, it's not broken in yet.
Yep. I go take a shower. I come back, 16-6-36.
Did you spin 3 times to the right to reset it?
Dude, I know all that stuff. I've been knowing that since I was a kid.
Did you hold it up as you're spinning it around?
Dude, it's the tricks of the trade. You feel
you feel the tension.
You feel the tension, all of it. 16-6-36, and I got it. And and it's not a big turn from 6 to 36, so it's like, well, maybe I'm whipping it kind of fast. I need to go slow and actually get it on the 36,
You have a towel?
Dude, yeah, I got a towel. But I go front hold. I don't go wrap around.
Yeah.
I'm not a P word.
You go Tarzan style?
Yeah, you got
loincloth style?
You got to show a little bit of skin to not be a P word at the Y.
Yeah, you gotta
at the Y
establish dominance with all those old guys free balling it.
Exactly. So, not many free ballers at this one. But there is a guy who uses the hand dryer as a full-on body thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it's an old Asian guy, and he wears the whitey tighties, but they're just wet. It's just like, what's the point? It's like see-through.
Yeah.
And what do you draw? It's just like, what?
I was thrown off for some reason by the guy shaving.
Oh yeah, there's shaving. So anyway, if 1 minute goes by and I can't get it, 2 minutes go by. It's a long time. Do you know how long that timer went off for? 6 minutes. It just keeps going and going, and pretty soon I'm the sweat that I just washed off is
Your
like
mouth
coming
is
back.
getting dry and kind of like.
And I'm like resting my head against the locker because I'm just like, do I need to concentrate harder? What's even happening? And then I think I'm going to have to wait for a Y employee to come in here or get somebody out.
Yeah.
Ask him to get the freaking lock snippers.
Yep.
That they use on the weekends for, when they got to see if there's a bomb inside this locker that got left over the weekend. And then I'm going to have to prove to them that's my phone. Yes, that is my phone. Look at my thumbprint. This is my stuff. I'm good. How many naked... You wouldn't... If you wanted to steal somebody's stuff, you'd ask with clothes on. You wouldn't get naked. You wouldn't get naked just to steal somebody's clothes. So for 6 minutes, I'm spinning. And then I'm like 16:6:36. Then I'm like, maybe it's 16:36:6. Maybe I did it backwards the whole time. And then I'm like, no, I know it's not that. It's 16:6:36. And I was like, I need to
have to go like past the first number, right?
3 times 16.
Yes. Then you go opposite direction.
Then you got to go left. And so I'm almost doing a full rotation because I'm 16 to 6. I'm only down 10. So I got to go big turn past 6, then back to 6 again. Small turn 36. And then I was like, no, you know what? I know it's 16:6:36. I can't try it any other way because then I'm so nervous. I'm naked and nervous, so I'm gonna get in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And
Naked and Nervous, new show on the Discovery Channel.
And so finally, after 6 minutes, ka-clink, I get it open. And dude, that thing went in the trash before I even left the YMCA.
What do you think it was?
It was the thing.
The mechanism?
It was the mechanism.
It's too stuck.
It was awful. It wasn't that bad. You know what did make it awful, though, and did not make it any easier, is that I was getting asked presidential trivia the whole time.
Presidential trivia?
Presidential trivia.
By whom?
A person, this particular Y, the location of it, and I don't know what, there's frequented by people with mental illness.
Yes.
So imagine I'm on 3 minutes and 15 seconds of standing there naked, not able to get into my locker.
Mm-hmm.
And some guy behind me is going, hey, do you know what year President Reagan was shot? No.
79.
Do you know... Later. Do you know what year the Bill of Rights passed?
1816.
Do you know the name of the guy who shot JFK?
Some CIA agent.
What year and what president was it when the ADA passed?
George Bush Sr., 1990. Was he like giving you the answers or just asking questions?
No, me and the guy behind me were trying to figure it out.
He would just ask them openly and then just move on to the next one?
Yes, so me and the one... So there's little locker pods,
right,
of 9 or whatever. No,
as
more,
we've
12.
Established.
Locker pods. Oh, somebody did that to me again.
Oh, man, I'd fight this
in the
person.
afternoon. Anyways. So I'm in a locker pod with a guy behind me, and a guy goes trans pod.
Yeah.
Guy goes full trans pod, comes over to ours, and starts asking us, and he's obviously
Regarded as.
he's obviously regarded as. And I mean, he was nice and everything, and you could just tell it was like because he just starts going with it. It was like first it was Bill of Rights, and it was like this guy just loved the Bill of Rights, and then it was like no, he loves presidents. So it's all just going either that or he was in a traumatic accident, in 5th grade. And
right after U.S. history.
U.S. history was the last thing that, cemented in his memory.
When I walked through Portland yesterday, it was like I had "talk to me" written on my forehead. And for some reason, none of them asked for money or lighters or anything like that. It was just like I was standing at like a crosswalk waiting for the light, and this guy in front of me, very oddly dressed, like weird dress shirt tucked into the like swishy sweatpants that were too short, and then like some old
Where did
shoes.
those guys keep getting the swishy ones?
I don't know. And then some like old shoes.
That's true.
And he just turns around, makes direct eye contact. I just kind of did like a head nod up, And then he goes, "Hi." I'm like, "Hey." He's like, "Have a good day." Like, "You too." And he just turned around. And also, no front teeth. And I was just like, all right.
Did you have $50 on you?
I didn't.
20?
Nope. And then
Okay, 10.
Another guy, I'm walking, and right as soon as I leave the hotel, very hobo-looking, dirty,
bag and stick,
suntan, yeah, nasty clothes, nasty hair. Do you know where the train station is?
Dude,
and I'm just like
the right guy.
Like, well, I'm not getting on the train.
You're in uniform.
And I'm not getting on the train. Like, are you talking about like the Amtrak or the little Portland, the little tram thing that goes around? He's like the train station, bus station, yeah, by Amtrak, because the Greyhound bus station is right there too. And I was like, oh yeah, it's right across this bridge. And I acted like I kind of knew where it was, but not exactly. Like, you can see it when you go across this bridge. It's right there to the left. Like, as you're coming off the bridge, it's right there. And
could have left a legacy, man.
And then, unfortunately, that's the way I was going. So I start walking right next to him. Yeah, on the way there, and he keeps talking like to himself. And then I kind of like speed ahead of him, but then we get on the bridge and there's all these bikes and there's traffic and coming up, and then all of a sudden he gets in front of me at a crosswalk because he doesn't stop for the light, obviously, because he's a hobo. Anyways. You threw your lock in the garbage.
Threw my lock in the garbage, got a new one.
And you didn't go with the numbers one.
No.
4 digits. Your choice.
That is... I'm not trying to overdo, I'm not making a TikTok like, oh, I'm weird, I have autism, that kind of thing. But there is an aesthetic thing to...
Oh, yeah. It's like
that thing that
like
I don't like.
But every safe movie, doing the little... spinning it one way.
But this little thing and the way it feels in your... Ugh. Yuck.
And the spinning one, when you get like used to doing it a lot and you like can like flick it all the way around to like almost exactly landing on the next number.
Flicking my knob. Can you listen to this? I am a serious thing for a second, but I actually am looking forward to wondering what my relationship to working out will be now that I'm on pills and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can work out to, like, for a goal, like
Right.
we were saying. Like, I have before, I can get in the mindset of, like, as long as whenever I want to actually start, I can. It's not that. It's always I've avoided starting.
Yeah.
So it's not like the middle of the way through I'll give up. The problem is, like, the only thing I'm thinking about right now is, like, I'll start and I'll get down to, like, not really, but like 160 pounds because I'm just like going, you know, and there's no end unless there's like
That's what you're worried about?
I have before.
I don't think I've ever like questioned that. Something like that. It's like you're gonna do too much.
When I first did it, I got skinnier than I was when I graduated high school.
When was that? No offense.
Like 2013 or something like that.
Like out of college or something?
No.
You were in college?
No. Or out of college, yeah. Yeah.
Like right after college?
No.
When did you graduate college?
It was 10 years ago. You're busy with stuff.
It was 10 years ago.
You were, we weren't seeing each other a lot, so you probably didn't notice.
Yeah. Crazy.
I know, dude. Skinny jeans 24/7, all that.
Skinny jeans.
I was actually looking for a picture the other day, and I couldn't find it because I know the exact, like, basically like a couple of weeks that I was when I weighed myself.
Weird. I guess also up until recently, anytime I've worked out, it's been to gain weight.
Yeah.
So that's different.
The only because I have felt like sort of addicted to it. It's just like the times where I have started working out, it becomes like almost like obsessed about it.
Yeah. That's at the end of a yawn.
Yeah. But actually, because my motivation is sort of like equalized a little, I'm actually sort of looking forward to having just like a positive relationship. And that's what I'm telling myself now is like, if I can get to a place where I am comfortable, I could see myself being the person that's like, I didn't realize, like, it's Christmas time. We've been hanging out with a lot of people. I gained like 5 pounds. I got to, like, dial it back for a couple weeks, or whatever.
Yeah. What if it's in the future, not about the weight, but just about the healthy lifestyle?
To me, the weight represents something. It really bothers Tammy when I talk about weight, but it's not about the number for me. It's more just I know at what number. I know around what numbers
That's your measurement for how you feel.
I just know, like, how I'll move, like what I'll do. I know about how I'll look, which is part of it.
Yeah.
And so it's not about the number, about hitting like a certain thing. It's just like I know what it's representative of. So it's more about I would like to have some habits either with my kids or for myself that are more active.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I need to get myself to a place where I can pick up something or do something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not in a place to do that right now.
Yeah.
And feel better about myself. But anyways, just to say, because my motivation equilibrium is a little bit better, I feel like I am in a lot of things in life. It's like I am going like, oh, it's like I am looking forward to what my relationship with that thing is now.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a lot of things. Like I said, I started this Bible study, and my sort of like craving for, highs to get me out of my, or, my craving for ups to get me out of my lows is not so manic is how it feels on the inside. So like when I walked into that today, in the past, I might have been like, I really need this to be something. And then, so there's a bunch of pressure. Then I put stuff on it. Then I start acting in a way that eventually is not good. And today, it was a lot different. I was with a bunch of people I didn't know. So, and I was just way more relaxed. And I could just sort of like, okay, I'm going to take this for what it is. And I have some things I want to get out of it in terms of just meeting people, but I'm not going to like, I didn't feel like I needed it to give me a something.
Right.
And I never realized how much my life was that. And I don't know how much time we have left because we split these in between.
Oh yeah.
But I think I know how about how much it is. I have a way to leave a legacy with you.
Oh boy.
And it doesn't have to be a long-term thing. We can it actually is just a silly thing, but then I was thinking, what if we actually did it for a few episodes or something?
6 minutes.
6 minutes naked podcast. Actually, it came from a weird place, which was that I talked to mom and dad on the phone about going to the Grand Canyon, and they had just left. I think we talked to them maybe about the same time. They had just maybe, were an hour or two away from leaving.
I talked to them when they got to the hotel
and headed home, and it was. I thought Dad had been to the Grand Canyon before with Poppy or whatever, but he hadn't, and I didn't realize it was how much of like a bucket list sort of thing it was for him, especially as much as traveling as they've done around the world and everything. But just the way he was talking about it, I could hear in his voice, like how much it meant to him and how he was almost like giddy about it.
Yeah.
Like a little kid, like telling you about like, and then today, and then we went to and then it was like, we did
Yeah.
It's a little bit what he was, that was the impression I got when I was talking to him. And then you do all these different stops along the ridge of the Grand Canyon. And, they just spent, one day there. It wasn't even, it didn't even go, from morning till night. It wasn't even a super full day. It was a pretty full day. But it was just a day at the Grand Canyon.
Right.
And I hung up the phone and I was like, oh, this is a weird feeling I'm having, because I was just sort of like happy for them. And it was just like a fun conversation to be a part of.
Yeah.
Because it was just fun to hear that in somebody's, it could have been anybody in that way, because it was just sort of fun to hear somebody be that excited about something and be sort of meaningful. And I was going to bring this up when we were talking about Fred Meyer Lady. Was that this episode? Yeah, it was this episode. Was it?
No,
it wasn't one. Oh, it was the end of the last one.
Yeah. In the last 5.
Yeah, actually, I put it in the notes a couple weeks ago because I was gonna bring it up just as a joke about like how we view this person. But I was thinking, what about this? For a few episodes, we have to come up with a simple pleasure. something that brings you actual pleasure. It can't be something funny. It has to be something you.
We just have to think of it.
Yeah.
And talk about it, or what?
Yeah, talk about it.
Oh, I could do this easy.
And
I feel like this in my whole life.
Let's see. What am I saying exactly? It's not just.
Maybe give a fast example.
Because let's see, it was motivated by that. Because I don't want it to just be I like this.
Yeah.
There has to be a little bit of zhuzh to it.
Sure.
You know,
Think about the meaning behind, like why.
I like these shirts, and I bought 12 of them. What's that brand you like?
Shakaware.
Yeah, don't tell me that. But that would be a simple pleasure. But that's too simple.
Yeah, that's not a pleasure to me. That's a convenience. That's a more of a means to an end. It's like they fit. They're in every color.
It's more about.
They hide my shape.
It's a little bit more about like taking a little bit of time to focus. That's what I was gonna make a joke about. Taking a little bit of time to like focus on something good in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the motivation behind it. Can you do that for next time?
Oh yeah.
No, you have to do it for 2.
We need to do it
for. We need to do it for 5 episodes.
Okay.
2, 2, and 1.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna see. Wait, when does this come out? Oh, before we go.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it won't be long. It'll be your birthday.
Yep. What were you gonna say?
33.
Before we go.
33.
Yep.
1990. It's easy.
Whatever the year is. Yep.
Dude, you were born the year of the ADA?
Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
I'm regarded.
At least in terms of episodes,
Mm-hmm.
We did skip a few. We broke our streak. And sorry, it's my fault mostly. I tried to do some fill-in episodes to catch us up, and I went to lunch instead.
Sheesh.
But
Out to lunch.
in terms of episodes, we hit 3 years of episodes because we passed 156. So 52 weeks in a year would be 156 episodes, and we did that 3 episodes ago.
Oh, we didn't even realize it.
I know, dude. Next episode, 160 episodes.
Because now we just need to do like 200 episodes.
Dude, we're going to do it.
Like and subscribe.
40 weeks.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Thank you to Lauren's friends for checking us out for one more week. And I'm sorry you won't be back next week, but we're going to share some simple pleasures.
It's like the We Might Be Drunk podcast. They do pet peeves, but we're going to do simple pleasures. We're going to do the opposite.
Yes, we're going to do... wait, it's not a pet. It's a... What is it? No, pet is just derogatory.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of pet? Just dog.
Show dog.
Show dog. Pet peeve. Show dog.
Peeve.
No, opposite of peeve.
Opposite of peeve.
Show dog.
Veep.